Right, what we're going to cover, first of all, is a basic guide for new distributors. First I want to say that, and I know I say this at a lot of trainings, because there are different systems and some of us are using exclusively one or exclusively the other, some are using bits and bobs of both. So it's important to recognise that no matter what system that you're using, that this is a generic part of the system. So if you bring a new person into the business, or if you're watching this video and you're new to the business, the most important thing is to decide what you want from the business. Quite often people say to us, I'm going to try and see, I don't know what I want, and that is really the first thing they have to establish. So it's our job really to help them to decide what they want from the business. And also what goes hand in hand with that is how much time they want to commit to the business. Because if they only want to do half an hour twice a week, then they're not going to build a big business. So time that they have to commit to the business and what they want for the business. And once they've established that, then with the help of you, the sponsor, and for the new people, the person who introduced you, we call your sponsor. So with the help of your sponsor, I'll say that again so I can edit it. So with the help of your sponsor, we'll help you to make a plan, and your job is to stick to it. Also important is the preparation. I'm not going to be covering that today. Tracking your business, but obviously the most important thing is taking the necessary action. Keep in constant contact with the person who introduced you to the business and learn the simple system. And that's our simple system. It comes up good on the screen there. We use the hand. It's an old Jan Roo training. It's just nice and easy to remember. And no matter what system you're using, they're all brilliant and they all work. We have to say that these are the generic things that's important to every single business. And you can see number one is the goals. Finding out what you want from the business. It's not just that first short-term goals. You need multiple goals. If you only want to earn £200 or £300 a month and you achieve that goal, then you can't stop there. Same with the personal development. Personal development is good in any walk of life, really, to develop your growth, to help you to get extra wealth into your life. But in this business, if you want to take that income from £200 a month to £2,000 a month, then personal development comes next on the list. Retail, creating income, it's what we're in the business for. Some people join the business just to retail. Some people join the business just to team build. But if you're team building, you need to retail. It's to get you your income story, to lead for the front, and to share in the sponsoring. So the next one, sponsor, and then teach. We just teach what we know. So that is it. This is the most important step to successful clean easy business, is learning the system. Your willingness to learn will determine your level of success. Your job is to learn the simple system, and our job is to teach you the simple system. So, communicate upline. Now, there is no excuse for this. Every day it says there, well, if you're joining the business to catalogue retail, we communicate with you every day. How many books did you put out? How many did you pick up? Are you recording it? We keep in constant communication. The other side of the business now that's taken off like a rocket is the online side of the business, and we need to have that same communication, but there is no excuse. Years ago, when I was in direct sales, I had a pager. That was it. That's how you got hold of me, by a pager. Now we've got Skype, we've got phone, we've got Facebook, we've got email, we've got text. And my granddaughter reminded me when she saw this training, she says, Grandma, you forgot about Messenger, WhatsApp, what's the other one, Snapchat, and she started to give me a list of ones I'd forgotten about. So there's no excuse. I don't mean phone and be on the phone for hours, but that communication is building a relationship for both sides and learning and trusting each other, but also it's essential, really, that teamwork if you want your business to build. Oops. So you learn the system by, one, speaking to your sponsor daily. Reviewing the Facebook team groups. Now there's lots of them. Your own team, your own sponsor will most likely have their own group. There's the online sales and tips. There's a Clean Easy Success group. There's the Rhino group. There's lots of trainings on there. Tips, trainings, advice. Join the groups, glean them and review them daily. Attend the weekly webinars and others. We have a weekly webinar. Your team may have their own weekly webinar. And the one I would recommend also is the Andy Bothwell one. He has it usually once a month, not a given date, but he also gives us plenty of notice. One of the reasons I changed to Wednesday, because he could never tell you what date it was. So, and they're brilliant. He has loads of leaders on that. By attending the monthly System for Success trainings, or the 10 steps trainings, or whatever area you're in, whatever trainings are available, they're generic. But we obviously, if you're in Scotland, we've got the System for Success training. The Scottish Millionaires coming up on the 9th of April in this particular case, and the Birmingham one. If you're serious about the business, the Birmingham one, I know it's a distance and it's difficult for Scottish people, but the Birmingham one will blow your socks off. You'll learn it by studying the system, not just coming to a training, putting the notes in the drawer. Study it. There's loads of videos online. There's lots of information. Don't just glance at it. Study it, learn it, and teach it. But most importantly, you'll learn it by taking action. For your new person watching this, decide how you're going to retail the products. Is it going to be building a strong customer base door to door with the catalogues, or building a strong online customer base, or both? The wise people at the minute are doing both, and I'm not going to cover any of that. These get covered throughout the trainings, but I just want to give you a couple of tips, and then we're going to finish this part of the training. Most people thankfully choose to do both. Thankfully for them, because the catalogues and the online together is generating incomes of £300 and £400 a month. In the past, the catalogues on their own would generate incomes of £2 or £3 a month. So the two of them together is really, really powerful. So if they start with 250 books, get your sponsor to help you with a retail plan for your catalogues. But it makes sense to get your Facebook group and shop up and running. It takes a few days to get the books, and it's another side to increase your income. It doesn't take long. We generally get away with sales with friends and family, and that's